Hey, welcome back to White Arts Magic. Today I'm going to teach you guys a trick that is fairly simple to do, and I'm going to teach you guys a couple ways to do it. The trick is called Do As I Do, or Follow Me. I've seen variations on YouTube, but I came up with my own way of doing it. Not my own original way of doing it, but my own way of doing it. I'm going to go over that with you guys. I have a performance of one way to do it, and then I'll teach you guys a second way to do it that seems a little bit more logical than the first way to do it, but they each have their pluses and minuses. Alright, so here is the performance that I did of this trick. Follow me, do as I do. So after the performance, I'll teach you guys how to do it this way, and I'll also explain how to do it a second way. I don't have a performance of the second way of doing it, but it's pretty easy to follow along. And we can go over the second way and why you would use the second way over the first way, or why you would want to use the first way over the second way. But anyways, here's the performance.
Which deck do you want? You got the Fathom, which I'm sure you'll pick because you like the Fathom, or you got the White Artisan?
I'm gonna pick the Fathom.
Fathom? Okay. Okay, so take a look here. Watch your hands. Just not in any particular order. Okay, you take these ones, and I'll take the White Artisans, and I'll show you the same. I got to take out the jokers and stuff out of that one. Okay. I'll show you the same here. And it doesn't matter anyways if it's in an order. I mean, we're going to cut it and we're going to have free choice here. So what I want you to do, this trick is called Follow Me.
Okay.
Alright? So just go ahead and cut. Okay? And cut them one more time or two more times, whatever. Just keep half cutting it, whatever. Until you're, I mean, what we're going to do now is just spread them across like this. Okay? As good as you can. Now this is where the free choice comes in. I want you to go ahead and pull one card straight out right below the whole deck. Pull it up. Okay. Now square up the rest of the deck. Right. Take a look at the card you picked, and then put it on top, and then cut it into the middle, so we lose the card. Okay? Now we can cut a couple more times. Keep losing that card. Hi, Zeke. He's out back. He's out back. So we can keep. He's playing with the next door neighbor. And once you're satisfied that that card is lost, I mean I haven't even looked. Okay. Now we'll switch decks. Now what I want you to do is go through and find the card that you cut, or the card that you pulled out, and I'll find the one that I pulled out. Okay.
Okay.
I'm good. How are you?
What do I do when I find it?
Just pull it out.
Face out?
Sure. I was on the top there. Okay. What card you got there?
5 of Hearts.
Me too.
Oh, wait, what? How does that work?
5 of Hearts. We picked the same card.
Alright, so pretty good reaction from my brother there when the final reveal was up. Alright, so how is that done? So you start out with 2 decks and you give them the choice. Here I have the White Artisan, have a HD deck feature, and I also have here, I haven't done a HD close-up of this one, but it's the Tundra, the White Artifice Tundra. You can get this one from Illusion. I think this one's from Theory 11. So the trick is done with the Cy Stebbins stack. That's how this version is. I'll show you a second one that doesn't use any kind of stack, but this version uses a stack. And you start out with 2 decks. You can have more, so it seems like a more fair of a trick where you can give them the choice to have a deck, but just make sure you have your decks in the Cy Stebbins stack. Link you to a tutorial, not my tutorial, I'll link you to another tutorial of the Cy Stebbins stack where you can learn what that is and why you would use it. And we'll also use it in another tutorial I have plans for coming up. Essentially what you have is a chased order, clubs, hearts, spade, diamond, and each card adds up to the next one if you add by 3. So if you have like an ace of anything, then you add 3, it's the 4. So like if you had the ace of clubs, the next one would be the 4 of hearts. It just adds up, and then after that, so you get clubs, hearts, and then spade, which would be 4, 5, 6, 7. So you add 3 to 4, and then you get 7 of heart spade. Clubs, hearts, spades, so it would be 7 of spades. So it adds up, and it just follows that order through the whole deck. And that way, it doesn't really get out of order if you cut it. It will if you shuffle. So in this version of the trick, you can't shuffle, and you have to have your deck set up. So what's the benefit to that? Well, you don't have to take the deck back from them once you hand it to them. They do it all in their hands. I mean, you do switch decks to take, you know, essentially the card out, but in this next version, you shuffle the cards, have them shuffle, and you switch cards, shuffle them, you give them back, and we'll go how that one's done after I explain this one. But essentially, this one, they can take the deck and do the cuts, pick the card without you having to take the deck back before they do the card. So what you do is you have them pick a deck. I have, you know, these 2 decks here. You have them pick a deck, and then you give it to them. So let's say they picked the White Artifice, or the Tundra, not White, it's the Tundra, Artifice Tundra. You have them take that one, and then have them open it. Say, you're going to do exactly what I do, and that way they don't shuffle it and play with it. You take your deck, have them all in the size Stebbins stack. That way if they choose another one, then you have that one stacked. So what I do is after they pick it, I spread it for them, so then they can see a very out of order deck there. You don't bring too much attention to it, just have them look at it, and you know, it's not really in any order, whatever. And then I'm going to have you follow what I do. So you hand it to them, you show yours, it's not any particular order here. And then you say, I want you to cut it in the middle, cut it high, cut it low, whatever, and keep cutting it until you're satisfied. So they'll just keep cutting it. And then once they're satisfied, you say, okay, now we're going to spread them. You're doing it essentially, and they're copying you. So you spread it, and you say, now you have a free choice. Any card here, you're going to get a free choice to pick. Just go ahead and pick one. They'll pick one out. Have them pull it completely out, face down, and then after that, have them square up the deck. So now what they've done is the deck has one spot that's out of order from the club, heart, spade, diamond. So when you go through it, you will see that there's an out of order spot. And I haven't looked at this card yet, and I'm going to go through it with you guys and find this card before I look at it. So after they square the deck up and you squared your deck up, your card that you pick doesn't matter, because really you're going to look for this card again when you get their deck. Have them put their card on top and then cut it to the middle. Now this keeps every card in the same order, club, heart, spade, diamond, except that one that they cut to the middle. I've cut it somewhere here, and then just have them cut it a few more times, high, have them cut another high or middle, whatever, you know, have them cut a low one, until they feel comfortable that card's lost. And then what you do is you switch decks, and you say, you find your card in my deck, so they're going to go find their card in your deck. And then you say, I'm going to find my card in your deck. And so then what I do here is I take a look, it's a heart, so it should go heart, the next one will be a club. I got 5 of hearts, 2 of clubs, and then it's just going in reversed order, diamond, spade, heart, club. And I say that in my head as I'm going through it. And that way I see where there's an inconsistency in the order. So let's do this here. We got heart, club, diamond, spade, heart, club, diamond, spade. And of course you can do this quicker as you get, you know, more recognized with the size Stebbins stack. And so here we go. Let's see, heart, club, diamond, spade, 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 heart. Here's a diamond. So heart should be a club, and then diamond, spade. So there's a club missing in this order here. You'll come to where their card is in the stack, or you'll come to the missing pile. And this one's the missing one because I know the order is club, heart, spade, diamond, and it's skipping from a heart to a diamond as I'm counting backwards. So I got the ace of hearts and the 8 of diamonds. Now what you can do is just keep going until you find and I'll show you that here in a second. You can keep going until you find the one that's inconsistent again, where it's an extra card in the stack of 4. So you might have like a club, heart, spade, diamond, or club, heart, heart, spade, diamond, or club, heart, spade, heart, diamond, you know, so it's in there, but this one's just missing that one card. So here you can find out what the card is by looking at the one before the club that's missing, which is an 8 of diamonds. Add 3 to that, so you got 9, 10, jack. So the one that I'm looking for is the jack of clubs. So now I can keep going. So I have the diamond, spade, heart, club, diamond, spade, heart, club, diamond, spade, heart, club, club. See, the club went right next to it. And so since I already looked at what it would be, it's the jack of clubs, and I have the ace of clubs. Now if you're not sure when you're looking at it here, if it's the jack of clubs you're supposed to pull out or the ace of clubs you're supposed to pull out, look at the order and add 3 to it. So the one before it is the diamond, and then you'd have a club. So the diamond is a jack of diamonds. Add 3 to that, you'd have the ace of clubs. So I know that the jack of clubs is the inconsistent one in that pile and not the ace of clubs. So once you get to that card, pull it out and put it face down, have them do the same, and then set the deck aside, and then you have them put their card. So what you've done is you found their card and they found your card. You flip them both over. They have the jack of clubs, you have the jack of clubs, and that is how that one's done. It's done with the size, step, and stack. The only downfall is you can't shuffle, and not that that really means anything, because you spread and you can show that the cards really aren't in any order that they know about, and it really doesn't look like it's in any order, and they cut it so many times and they get a free choice, so that's good. But the upside to it is you don't have to switch decks. We'll get into this way now to do it, which you do switch decks. Okay, so here's the second version of how to do follow me, do as I do, whatever you want to call it. And then you have your decks sitting out. They can pick whichever one they want. It doesn't matter now, and it doesn't have to be in any order. These 2 decks can be borrowed. Alright, so you have your 2 decks here. Have them pick one, and let's say they just pick the, here I have the White Artisan deck. Say they pick that one, you take this one, and then now what you do is you say follow, do what I do. Have them take their deck out as you take your deck out. Give it some shuffles. I mean, you can also show that they're not in any order really. Have them shuffle, have them cut. They can do as many shuffles and cut as they want to. So pretend that I'm the spectator. This is the spectator's deck, and then this one is my deck. So I would do the same with this one. I would shuffle it. So now my size, step, and stack is out of order. Doesn't matter now. Shuffle it, cut it. You know, just make sure they're pretty satisfied that their deck is mixed up. Once you have that done, say now we're going to trade, do the same to mine, shuffle it and cut it, and I'll shuffle yours and cut it. This is before any of the picking the card happens. So then you are shuffling their deck and cutting their deck. Now here's where the trick comes in. This is all you have to pay attention to. As you're squaring it up and about to hand it back, just take a little sneak peek at the bottom card. So you take a look at it as you're handing it back. That is a key card. So you shuffle it. Are you satisfied? Yes, you're satisfied. Yes, we're satisfied. Cut it, whatever. As you're handing it back, I look at the card, and that's on bottom. Now we trade back decks, and then you spread, and they spread. So now I'm going to use their deck. So now so far they've done what you've done, shuffled, cut, spread. Have them take out a card like you did on the last way of doing it, the size, step, and stack way of doing it. Have them square up the deck. And now, after they look at their card, have them put it on top and cut it down to the middle. What they're doing is putting the key card, which I looked, which is the ace of diamonds, they're putting that key card on top of their choice. After they do that, have them cut a couple more times until they're satisfied that card's lost. Trade back deck, so now I have the spectator's deck. All I'm doing is looking for that key card. I'm looking for the ace of diamonds. Now when I come to the ace of diamonds, there it is. Right below that is the king of diamonds, which is what they chose, and now you pull that out. A lot quicker, easier way of doing it. You don't have to say clubs, hearts, spades, diamonds as your head as you're going through with it. But the trade-off is you do shuffle it. Not that that necessarily would bring up anything in their mind, but maybe if it does, oh, maybe they did something when I handed them the deck. That's the only downfall of this way of doing it, is you traded decks, shuffled, and gave it back. It's an easier way of doing it because all you have to do is get a sneak peek at the bottom card. That's your key card. When they pull any card out, 5 of diamonds, they put it on top. They cut it down on bottom. Your key card is that one, the king of diamonds there. And now it's just right below that king of diamonds as you're flipping through. So as it's face up, it's actually on top, but you know it's closer to the top of the face of the deck. So there's my king of diamond. There's the 5 of diamonds right on top of it. That one's just using a key card. No, I mean you could borrow the deck doing this way. Borrow the decks, shuffle. You can shuffle, and that's another good thing. The size step and stack though. If you're going to do more tricks after with the size step and stack, you can just, you know, do this trick with it. But those are the trade-offs. Size step and stack, you can't shuffle the deck. All you're doing is cutting, but you don't have to take the deck back from them. You just cut, spread, pull one out, put it on top, cut it, and now you just have to find the out of order card. This way, this one, you just shuffle, cut, trade decks, shuffle, cut, get a look at the bottom card, that'll be your key card, give it back as they spread, they'll pull one out, they'll look at it, put it on top, and then when they cut it down to the middle, that your key card is right on top of it. Hope you guys liked that tutorial. Subscribe for more. Also, if you haven't entered the deck giveaway, head over to my first video on this channel, my first deck giveaway. Just as a reminder, it does end next week on the 13th. If you haven't entered yet, go over to that video. Also subscribe, then make a comment as to what deck you would like to win if you do. But don't worry, if you don't win this one, I will have more giveaways coming up very soon. But I thank you guys for subscribing and watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the channel. I take pride that I do use a really nice camera and that the look of the videos are HD and good quality. And I hope you guys like that too. But anyways, thanks for stopping in today. Let me know how this trick treats you. It's a really fun trick. Go do it to your parents, friends, family. Just go try it out. It's really simple, easy to learn, easy to do, and it really gets good reactions. Thanks again for watching, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Stick around to try and win some decks as this channel progresses. My first one's next week. Try and win that one. It's just at random. Good luck there. If you don't win, just remember I will have more. But I hope you guys like this, and we'll see you next time on White Arts Magic.